Showa Emperor, The Journey Across a Defeated Nation. August 15, 1945. Japan, after 77 years as the Empire of Japan, finally laid down its arms and surrendered. On that day, the Emperor's voice echoed through the radio. To endure the unendurable, to suffer what is insufferable. The people listened in tears to the Gyokuon Hoso, the imperial broadcast of surrender. Yet when the broadcast ended, what remained was not only sorrow, but a heavy, chilling uncertainty. What would happen to Japan? How should the people go on with their lives? And above all, what would become of Emperor Showa, the leader of a defeated nation? History was clear. The rulers of defeated nations had always been executed, exiled, or stripped of power. Would the same fate await the Emperor of Japan? No one knew the answer. Only a month later, on September 27, 1945, Emperor Showa went to meet the Supreme Commander of the Allied forces, General Douglas MacArthur. On that quiet morning, the Emperor departed from the Imperial Palace and entered the Allied headquarters. MacArthur, tall and imposing in military uniform, stood as the very symbol of victory. In contrast, the Emperor appeared in a simple morning coat, not seeking to project authority, but standing humbly as one man before another. There he spoke these words: "I have come to accept full responsibility for the war on behalf of the Japanese people." And what he asked for next was not his own safety, not his throne, not his honor. He pleaded instead, "Please give food and shelter to my people." He sought nothing for himself, only for the lives of his people. MacArthur was astonished. A defeated leader, showing no concern for his own fate, but instead bearing the weight of his nation and its people. In that moment, MacArthur's view of the Emperor changed. He felt deep respect, and with it, the path opened for Japan to move forward without losing its emperor. But the trials did not end there. Japan lay in ruins, cities reduced to ashes, food scarce, and the people nearly broken in spirit. It was then that the Emperor made a decision. He would go to his people directly. Thus began the national pilgrimage, his journey across Japan. From 1946 onward, over the course of 8 years, he traveled to 34 prefectures, visiting 93 locations. He walked through farming villages, toured factories, and visited shelters for war orphans. He did not merely offer formal greetings. He stepped into muddy rice fields, sharing in the toil of farmers. He placed his hand gently on the heads of shivering children. He stood silently, listening to the grievances of workers. And everywhere he went, the people wept. The Emperor has come to us. He wishes to share our suffering. For a defeated nation, to see their sovereign walking among them, not distant, not untouchable, but present in human-moved hearts beyond words. Look to the world, and the pattern is stark. Hitler of Germany took his own life. Mussolini of Italy was executed. Kaiser Wilhelm II, after the First World War, lived in exile. But Japan was different. Its emperor chose to walk with his people in their darkest hour, and that presence held the nation together. Along the road, voices reached him. "We have no food. I lost my family to the war. I see no hope for life." The emperor listened in silence, tears in his own eyes. And in that silence, the people understood. The emperor was not apart from them. He was with them. In time, a new constitution was enacted. The emperor was no longer a living god, but instead became the symbol of Japan. It was a profound change. Yet for a nation struggling to rise again, this new role of a symbolic emperor became a pillar of hope. Those who lived through those years would later say, "It was because the emperor stood with us that Japan endured." The road to recovery was long and harsh, but the Japanese people did not lose hope. Behind them, always, was the image of their emperor walking by their side. That day with MacArthur, when he chose the lives of his people over his own. The years that followed, when he visited his people again and again. These acts gave Japan the strength to rebuild. And today, when we say with pride, "I am glad to be Japanese," it is because of the resilience of those who came before us and the presence of Emperor Showa, who chose to walk with his nation. If this story has touched your heart, please consider following our channel. Your support will give us the strength to bring you more stories that matter.